This week, the right-wing media outlet National Review published an editorial that actually begged their readers to not support Donald Trump in this year's Republican primary. Now, an editorial like this actually would have probably been better, made a little bit more sense, 6 months ago, back when you had more Republican candidates and other people could have, jumped to the top. And now that Donald Trump's basically run away with the nomination, the National Review is like, hold your horses, guys. Don't do this. Too little, too late. But either way, you got to admire their sentiment. Here is what the National Review had to say. Because he couldn't bear to admit that he'd lost to Joe Biden in 2020 after trailing him in every national poll, Trump insisted he'd won and did everything he could to overturn the results, including trying to bully his vice president into violating his oath and preventing and delaying the counting of the electoral vote. When a mob, fervently believing Trump's lies, fought its way into the U.S. Capitol to try to end the count, Trump did little or nothing to try to stop it. They also described these events as, quote, infamous presidential acts that represented serious offenses against our constitutional order. Then they urged people in the primary to either vote for Nikki Haley or Ron DeSantis. They weren't endorsing one over the other, but they said that it's hard to imagine either one of these people engaging in, quote, such grotesquely selfish behavior injurious to our republic. Like Trump did. Grotesquely selfish is the phrase that they use to describe Donald Trump's actions, and I do feel like that is a very good description of his actions, because everything Donald Trump does is selfish. Everything. Donald Trump only makes decisions based on how will this impact Donald Trump. Will it make me more famous? Then I'll do it. Will it get me instant gratification? Then I'll do it. Will it make me more money? Then I'll do it. He doesn't take the thoughts, the feelings, the considerations of other human beings into mind at all. And honestly, given his, what some mental health experts have described as his narcissistic personality disorder, it's almost impossible for him to even feel empathy towards others. He doesn't care. He doesn't care because he's never had to care. And I'm glad that the National Review understands this. My question again is, why didn't y'all say this 6 months ago? Why didn't y'all say it a year ago? And what's going to happen when Trump becomes the eventual nominee? Are you going to tell your viewers, your watchers, your readers to not vote for Donald Trump and to vote for Biden? Or are you later on, like so many other conservatives are going to do, just fall in line and say, well, Trump sucks, but hey, anybody's better than a Democrat, right? Put your money where your mouth is. If you think Trump is grotesquely selfish, if you think that his actions have been, as you put it, injurious to the United States itself, then let's see what you publish after he secures the nomination. Are you going to stick with your pledge that Donald Trump's a danger to the country? Or again, like so many other never Trump Republicans, will you eventually fall in line and go vote for him anyway? That is what I want to see. Ring of Fire is just a few subscribers short of hitting that 1 million subscriber milestone. So if you're not already subscribed, please go ahead and do so and stay up to date with all of the latest from Ring of Fire.